My family never really spoke about religion. Faith wasn't something I had thought seriously about until the first time I met a Baha'i. She introduced me to other Baha'is, and I was blown away by the love they showed, their selflessness and desire to serve others. However, I was not convinced about the role of religion in society and didn't believe in God. I struggled with this for a long time until I studied Ruhi Book 1 and began challenging my preconceived ideas about what God is. I understood that God wasn't a magical idea, but rather an unknowable essence that acts around us and gives us spiritual power. But I was still not convinced of the notion of organized religion. This was the case until I studied Ruhi Book 4. I felt such a personal connection to the Bab and Baha'u'llah that I was convinced of the truth of the Baha'i faith and knew in my heart that it was the answer to the challenges facing society. However, I was still not at the point where I was willing to formally call myself a Baha'i. Soon after this time, I became fascinated with the long obligatory prayer. I wanted to understand why we had to say it daily and the significance of the physical movements. I decided to commit myself to saying it daily until I had memorized it. During this process, I felt an overwhelming desire to formally declare my faith in Baha'u'llah and dedicate myself to living a life of service to his cause. I had personally felt the transformative power of obligatory prayer.
I was born and raised a Christian, so prayers to us are somewhat different to how Baha'is pray. Like when you pray in churches, you feel the Holy Spirit within you. When I first came to a devotion where they sang God is sufficient unto thee, and the first thing that came to mind was like, dang, I'm gonna die, because I didn't understand it properly, especially when they sang it in Arabic first. But when I heard the story about how they were in the black pit singing the song, it really changed my whole perspective of it. So I guess prayer really kept me open-minded. Christian prayers are always from the top of the head. So when someone told me to pray, I'd say something like, thank you God for the food when there was no food around. Or like pray that our team wins a game as if God would choose us over the other team. I guess my favorite thing about Baha'i prayers is that there are topics for it. Like for example, aid and assistance, detachment, families, firmness in the covenant, etc. It really helps a lot, especially when I don't know what to pray for. Because I'll go through the Baha'i app and look for something that I need. So if I'm feeling lost, there's prayers for guidance. If I feel like I'm in pain emotionally, then there's prayers for healing. Honestly, it helps me a lot. So yeah, I love everything about it.
Prayers helped me understand the attitudes I would like to embody as I move through my life. Be it at school, university, in the workplace, with my family or friends. Whenever I find myself in a stressful situation, I rely on prayer to guide me. Call into mind a simple prayer, just like, O Son of Spirit, my first counsel is this. Possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart. Reminds me that every interaction with someone else in this world, with the shopkeeper as I buy my groceries, or the morning greeting to the bus driver, or with my mum as she asks me to do the chores for the 10th time, is an opportunity to show forth love, kindness, and humility to others that not only will make the other person feel joy, but will strengthen my own understanding and confidence to navigate this world during difficult times of despair too.
Growing up, it's hard to find an environment that you feel you could fit in. By the time I was 14, I found it, the Baha'i faith. Being so fond in service and oneness, both are heavily expressed through prayer. Prayer has helped me in many ways I can count, bringing the light within me to radiate through rooms and people. It has helped me reflect on my actions and the actions I'm preparing to take. The best part about praying is the harmony in the harmonies, the angelic voices reverberating off the walls, lifting up our souls. Prayer has changed my life drastically, even without me knowing it. If only the whole world realized how powerful and how much the effect prayer has on them, I'd wish it upon everyone with a snap of a finger if I could.
My life, although relatively short, has been an incredible blessing so far. At 5 years old, I joined the children's class, which was held in our own house, with my parents as the co-teachers. This really allowed me to develop my spiritual capacity, and it was the first regular activity that I attended. After 6 years of children's classes, I transitioned into the Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program, which was when I began to become more active in the community, attending service projects and going to camps. During this period of time, I began to broaden my understanding of prayer and why the act of praying was so vital to our spiritual nourishment. When at community gatherings, I would listen to the readings and become captivated by them, the beautiful words creating passages that inspired countless individuals to serve and help the neighborhood flourish. I had always found memorizing prayers enjoyable, yet never challenged myself, only learning short writings that I would recite during feasts. Approaching the age of reaffirmation, I became much more interested in prayer, particularly the Tablet of Ahmad. I had heard countless recounts of the significance and power the tablet held, and I felt instantly drawn towards it. Only a few months after I turned 15 and reaffirmed, I decided to dedicate a significant amount of time to learn the prayer each day, so I could have memorized it before the end of the year. Me and a friend became memorization buddies and decided to learn the Tablet of Ahmad together, aiding each other through the process. It took me a little over 2 weeks, but after memorizing it, I realized how really incredible the prayer was. Each day I specified a certain person or group that were currently going through a difficult period in their lives, and I prayed for them, always including the Tablet of Ahmad. Several times, I had heard that the individual I had prayed for had managed to overcome their troubles, whether it be physical or mental, and my love for the faith deepened in ways I had never imagined. These several weeks were an incredible spiritual journey for me, and made me realize how powerful prayer really was.